The world runs on open source and people just don't know it.
Hello everybody, and thank you so much for joining me here for another YouTube video on my channel. Now this video is going to be a little bit different. I got invited by OpenUK to the conference State of OpenCon to talk to attendees, to talk to speakers, to talk to sponsors about their experience with open source, the kind of tools that they are using day to day, what they love about open source, what they hate, what they would do different, what they are working on, what they are hoping for the future. So join me on this little journey throughout the conference. I hope you enjoy it. Please comment below if you have any thoughts, ideas, anything you would like to share. OpenUK was a massive initiative with over 500 people contributing to its success. Let's hear from the CEO of OpenUK, Amanda Brock.
How has everything been? It's been absolute chaos.
Absolute chaos.
Absolute chaos. It's been a nightmare, but the conference seems to be built and we have 130 plus speakers coming over today and tomorrow. We've got 58 tables. We've got 12 people with delegate experiences. We have, as you've probably seen on your way in here, we have lawn festival tents on the lawn. Amazing. Everything is in place. Amazing. So now we just need content. And people,
how do you feel?
I feel all right, actually.
Excited
yeah.
Finally happening?
Very excited. A little bit apprehensive. I think if you don't have butterflies, there's something wrong.
Now in this video, I'm going to give you an overview of State of OpenCon, hosted by OpenUK just a few days ago. They invited me to join a conference, not as an attendee, but to interview attendees, to get a perspective on the conference that we usually don't hear about. Usually we hear from speakers, but we don't hear from attendees. Perspective, thoughts, ideas that are as important as hearing from those people who are well known in the space. Now, I want to thank, first of all, 3 different people, entities who made this video possible, who made these interviews possible. First of all, Alistair Hay, who's one of the co-organizers of DevOps Days Birmingham, he has been holding the camera. So shout out to Alistair Hay, thank you so much. Also, if you are in the UK, do check out DevOps Days Birmingham 23. Then obviously also OpenUK for giving me the space, the support and the booth to make these interviews happen. And lastly, I want to thank Aqua Security, the company that I'm working for their security open source projects, for not only sponsoring my travels, but also giving me the space during work hours to make these videos happen. Now, within this playlist, State of OpenCon 23, you will find first of all this overview video, as well as several separate interviews that last between 4 to 6 minutes. Please do check out those other interviews. There have been amazing thoughts, ideas, perspective been shared during those interviews. It's like I'm asking a question and I'm getting this amazing story back from people. Thank you so much to everybody who took the time to answer my questions. I really hope you enjoy those interviews. Now, I want to say it was the first time I did interviews. I made interviews within a conference setting. So I had to tweak the sound a little bit. I hope it was fine. Now the conference was organized very close to Victoria Station in London at the beautiful Queen Elizabeth Conference Centre. It's an amazing location. They also had set up several experiences for attendees. Not only were there tippies outside on the lawns of the conference center, but Boeing, who was one of the sponsors, also set up a VR experience where you could travel to space with them. How amazing is that? Also at OpenUK was the release of OpenUK's State of Open the UK in 2023 photo exhibition, which is an initiative to celebrate the UK open source software community, sponsored by ARM. They basically set up these huge photographs of amazing people within the UK open source community across one of the floors. You can also check out the photo exhibition now online. So first, I asked people who they are. I mean, that's what you usually do to start a conversation.
Hi, I'm Eve.
Hi, I'm Jamie. I work for a company called ClearCycle. I'm a software developer. I'm a head of software engineering at ClearCycle. I've worked in software development for about 10 years, so my interest in open source is more use of open source rather than actively working in open source.
Hello, my name is Alan Turner. I work for Element, an open source messaging company.
Hi, my name is Chidi. I just graduated from a master's in AI and Data Analytics from University of Bradford.
Hi, I'm Jane Crow. I am Programme Lead for the Data Institutions Programme at the Open Data Institute.
My name's Sam Griffiths.
So yeah, my name is Lotfi. I'm from Algeria. I've been living in London for the past 8 years. And I work like in hospitality management for like the past 7, 8 years. And now I'm switching my career, so I started like a tech school, Zero Founders, which is like a coding school. Yeah. And I'm very new at this. So I'm starting to code, and we are learning about Golang and everything.
So my name's Dan Finneran. I'm a principal community advocate at iSurveillance. So we maintain 2 open source projects. One of them is Cilium, which is a CNI for Kubernetes. The other is eBPF, which is now an upstream project that is part of the Linux kernel. So allows us to extend what the kernel is actually doing.
So, my name is Joseph. I am Head of Developer Relations for Mender, and I am here in my role as Ambassador for the Yocto project. And most of you have probably never heard about the Yocto project, which is, my tagline usually is, the planet runs on Yocto, but you don't know it. Because Yocto project is actually about embedded Linux, and it's in all of the internet, it's probably in all of the cars, in coffee makers. We went to planet Mars. So we are actually the ones, as we're talking about open source here, we are the ones who put the planet on open source and we actually make it run.
Hello everybody, my name is Damien. Currently I'm working together with Digital Features. It is a company which helps bring the people with the different backgrounds into the tech. And they are mostly focused on 3 different areas, which is the data science, plant engineering and software engineering. And this is what is great about. Like I said, anybody can join and try to make the course with them.
Then I asked them about the conference, State of OpenCon.
I'm here to meet people who are working in this space. I think it's going to be a really important space as we go into the next year.
And yeah, I mean, my interest in open source is more about the use and all that kind of stuff, but I'm very interested in open hardware. I do a lot of home automation at home, for example, so I think there's a lot of interest there personally, and then on a work level, I think it's been interesting to talk to people about you know, the open source community and that kind of stuff. I've met some really interesting people, so yeah.
Awesome!
And what I've enjoyed the most about this is just learning more about the hardware side of open source. I'm quite new to the area. And I've just been mainly attending talks about open source hardware. My favourite probably was yesterday from a guy called Gail who developed a de-Googled Android phone, which I thought was great.
I met Erin at an AWS meetup in Leeds, and he mentioned OpenUK and decided to volunteer and come in and network and meet people.
And I am going to be chairing a panel this afternoon called Open Data for Life, the Importance of Data Stewardship in the Cultural Sector. I've got some fantastic panellists from the Collections Trust, the Audience Agency, and from the Royal Botanic Gardens Kew, and they are hopefully going to bring lots of really great perspectives about why the stewardship of collections data and audience data is so important for the cultural sector.
Well, I've just finished the School of Code boot camp and I'm just looking to get into a career in tech, so just trying to find more information about the job that I want to be getting involved with.
So actually I hadn't heard about it until I went to an AWS meetup in Leeds and I won tickets to it there because Erin Booth, who's presenting here, was giving away tickets to it.
Amazing.
So I had a look online and thought it looked brilliant, so I thought I'd check it out.
Next, I asked people about their thoughts on open source. What does open source mean to them? And whether or not they're doing any open source contributions, either as a user of open source tools or as a contributor to open source tools.
So I actually work for a consultancy called Cogurance. So we use quite a nice mix of open source and proprietary tooling as well. The department I'm in focuses on platform engineering, so we use things like Sneak for open source code analysis, but obviously like all the other cool open source tooling like Terraform for building things and all sorts of tools.
So it's where anyone can sort of get involved with projects and it's open to anyone.
Now in this video I just show you a few clips of some of the interviews that I've done with Alistair at State of OpenCon 23. If you would like to see the full interviews, the full videos with all of my different questions that I asked, then do check them out at the playlist State of OpenCon 23 on my YouTube channel. Now, I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any comments, thoughts, please do share them below. If you would like to see similar videos on the different conferences I'm going to throughout the year, then please do let me know there as well. It would mean a lot to me if you subscribe to my YouTube channel and give this video a thumbs up to make sure that other people can see it as well. I really hope to see you in one of the conferences, either in person or through this YouTube channel. Have an amazing day. Bye bye.